Yo, what's going on, gaming fans? This is going to be my review for the game AM SETSUNA. The game takes place on a snowbound island which is regularly inhabited by angry demons. According to an ancient custom, a maiden is to be sacrificed to appease the demons. Now, for whatever reason right now, the demons are like super angry and they're super restless right now. So the girl Setsuna is chosen as the sacrifice, and together with your band of misfits, you are supposed to take Setsuna to the edges of the world to be sacrificed to appease the demons and bring peace and prosperity back to the land, saving all the humans and the human villagers that are totally helpless from being utterly destroyed and eaten and turning into monster angry demon feces. So what will you be spending most of your time doing in the game AM SETSUNA? Well, you'll probably spend a lot of time walking around, exploring the world, exploring villages, talking to the different villagers, and fighting, going into dungeons, forests, rivers, ruins. Really good boss battles, pretty epic, I'd say. I mean, the bosses are most of the bosses are pretty much larger than life and kind of have that cool boss feeling. The game is very linear in my opinion, although it seems like there's a lot of places to go at first. You really just kind of go from point A to point B to point C to point D, and then sometimes you go back to point C and then to point D and then to E and then back to D and to F and so on and so forth. So even though when you first enter the game you have this feeling like, oh, there's so much here, you know, how will I ever cover everything? It's really not like that. You'll steadily go from different town to dungeon to town, and there is a lot of towns in the meanwhile to up until the end of the game. So it's like, you know, you'll go through a dungeon and then you'll go back to a town and you can, you know, restock on potions and ethers and elixirs. And I kind of like just kept everything at 10. Like I'd always keep 10 potions, 10 elixirs, you know, 10 healing vials of paralysis or whatever. So I mean, like, that was all pretty easy. The big thing in this game that you really want to watch out for is that when you're having conversations with the different NPCs throughout the game, you really want to pay attention to what they're talking about, because there's no reference or log after you've spoken to them about what you're supposed to do next. So you have to make sure that if they tell you, for example, to go through the forest to go find the sacrifice, aka Setsuna, that you need to go through the forest and then find Setsuna and bring her back. It's kind of like if you just bashing X through all the message boxes, you're probably going to miss out on what you want to do and what you're supposed to be doing, and potentially just waste time running around. As far as the combat goes, it's pretty much just like any other turn-based RPG combat system, most notably like Final Fantasy. So when your meter fills up, you're cued to either attack, use skills or techniques, or throw an item around. So that's like very basic. The thing that I thought was really cool was each of the characters basically had like specific skills and magic / elements that they could only use themselves. Like Setsuna on the far right of the screen right now, she's mostly a healer, although she does have access to like lightning 2, and lightning attacks. At Arena on the far left with the green hat, she has like a lot of time magic, so she can cast like slow, haste, stop. She has Demi, and that's all exclusively just for her. So no matter even if you have lightning, like Setsuna is the only one that can use it. If you have Demi, Arena is the only one that can use it. So that was all really cool, and the techniques become available as you obtain different materials, and you can turn those materials into Sprite Night stones. So before you can ever use lightning, you need to obtain the materials required to create the lightning Sprite Knight stone, and then you can equip the Sprite Knight to Setsuna or whatever, or whoever, you know, can use the Sprite Knight that you've created. Now with the different Sprite Knights, when you have them equipped, they will grant you access to like different combo attacks. Now I did a skill called Cross Cutter earlier in this screen. I don't know if you noticed it, but like Endir and Adarina crossed up together and attacked the bird. So you can also get like these linked attacks that'll utilize all three of your players. Now it's really tricky to do because when you're equipping the Sprite Knight, you have to look and see like what combos are available when you have that Sprite Knight. So there'll only be like 2 or 3 that you can use. So it becomes really tricky, and you really need to pay close attention to what combos are available and which ones you have equipped, and try to pair them up to create like really awesome attacks. And I'll just quickly show you one of the combos you can do with all 3 people. I'm pretty sure it's called Delta Force, and here all the players have like Fire 2, Ice 2, and Lightning 2, and that lets them use the Delta Force, which is super strong, and it just totally annihilates these normal characters. So as you can see there too, it said like Fire Kill, Water Kill, Lightning Kill, Momentum Kill, Time Kill, blah 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 blah. What happens when you defeat enemies using different skills like fire, lightning, or ice is they'll drop different materials that you can use to create the different Sprite Knight stones. Okay, so for like the visuals and the audio and the sights and sounds, I really liked it. I mean, it's something that you could probably see on like the PS Vita or something like that. I think this game should come out for PS Vita, but the particle effects I thought were really good, like with the snow and everything, and you know, you making your trails in the snow. I really would have liked if they would have had like a grassland or a desert, but just having the snow I thought was pretty good. And the audio, or like the soundtrack for the game, sounds like something that one person wrote on his piano alone, which in my opinion is really cool because I can play the piano, but it's just a nice touch. I mean, you could really create any emotion that you want, and I think they did really well just having more simple soundtrack, like nothing extravagant, like no giant orchestra or anything. So I thought they did that really well. I mean, that's all something that you can see and from these clips and decide for yourself if you like the way it looks or not. Now, looks for me aren't as big unless they're totally disastrous. They're not going to be as big as gameplay and story, so I'm going to leave that one up to you guys after you've watched these clips, and you can let me know what you think in the description box below. Alright guys, so this segment of the video is going to be my opinion. If you don't share it, that's okay. Please don't hate me. If it doesn't apply, just let it fly. Okay, first off, I just want to say I did enjoy playing this game. I only got a little bored at times during the conversation sequences when I was given the choice to respond differently with Endir, and ultimately the outcome of the story had no effect based on my response. Like, that was really annoying. Kind of like, why give me the choice? It's basically just for myself to pretend that Endir is a different person, or that Endir is a person that I want him to be. But if I could have killed Setsuna in the beginning of the game, I would have done it. I tried to do it. I thought that was my job. The only other thing that really upset me a little bit is, like, where are the people's feet? Like, where are they? Like, everybody's just walking around on peg legs. Like, what the F is going on? Whatever. If you need me to give you an answer on whether to pass or play this game, I'm going to say go ahead, play this game. I definitely think it's worth it. You could wait for the price drop. That's fine too. But it has a really good story. It's very compelling. The end of the game, I'm not going to spoil anyone, but it's good. So just play it through. Let me know what you guys think of my review in the description box below. And please let me know if you have any questions on the game, and I can make other videos about it. Other than that, I hope this video helped you to make a more educated guess on whether you're going to pass or play on this game. With all that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.